Some people may look and say, well, Vic, you always talking that Christian shit, but you curse like a sailor. Okay, maybe I should work on that. Now back to minding your fucking business, because I don't answer to you, I answer to God. You're not my fucking judge. You have the right to personally come to me in private as my brother in Christ, assuming that you are my brother in Christ, because otherwise you have nothing to say to me, and then admonish me in private, because it's not for the fucking show. You don't need views and likes and clicks. You don't need to get up off of this. You're trying to help me save my own soul, because that's supposed to be the motivation. So if we're going to talk about Christianity, we're going to talk about Christianity. A bunch of motherfuckers have an opinion about some shit they don't know, participate in, or understand. Just sit their motherfucking ass on the sideline. I can't go to a doctor and tell him how he's supposed to be doing his job. I can't go to a police and say how he should react to people based on how I feel. I gotta be a police. I can't go to a content creator and tell them how to get views and get money. I have to actually be in that thing to then refer to a nigga and say, bro, you're doing it wrong. Hey, you need to make more shorts. Hey, you need to be more consistent with your content, because I understand, because I'm on the inside. Hey, your analytics, you need to check that, bro. You need to start getting, hey, nigga, yeah, you ain't never open YouTube studio. I can tell you because I'm inside. But my family who won't get on and ain't never logged on to YouTube can't tell me a motherfucking thing about what I'm supposed to be doing on this bitch. The reality is this. If Anton is a grifter, right, you have to say, what is his grift? The reality is that he says he's a Christian. He says it relatively often, but he ain't up there trying to teach no sermons. He ain't up there with Bible quotes on his screen. He ain't up there talking about who's a hypocrite. He ain't up there motherfucking preaching. That's not what he's doing. If he's preaching, it ain't from the Bible. The reality is that for someone to claim Christianity is one thing. For someone to try to preach and teach and lead by and use that as the primary function of how they're getting their money or how they're getting their engagement on a public platform, see, now they have a responsibility to the Christian community, not you motherfucking secular motherfuckers who don't know shit and don't know and don't really care and have no dog in this fight. They have a responsibility to the people who do claim and say, hey, you're misleading the people. You're falsely representing, or you're living a double life, or you're speaking out of two sides of your mouth. You're being a false prophet. But what is happening is the majority of Anton's content don't got shit to do with Christianity. Matter of fact, it might even be the opposite. The reality is he is a glorified reaction channel. He's reacting to popular events, political and otherwise. He's giving his opinion. If anything, you would call him a grifter to say, hey nigga, I don't think you know as much about money as you say you do. Because that's what he promotes, money. He promotes bag chasing. He promotes knowing about stock market. He promotes paying for a Patreon so he can teach you how to manage your money. That's his focus. Then he says, hey, I'm, this kind of a man, and if you want to meet me and have the things that I have, do what I do. That's what he promotes. He ain't say, hey, nigga, drop your religion and become a Christian. He never said that. He said, this is what I practice as a person, and this is what leads my decisions, blah, blah, blah. You might say, bullshit, nigga, your actions show otherwise. That's your opinion. You can have it, and maybe you're right. And if you are a Christian, you have the right to call him out on said thing. But the reality is that there's no consistency in the call out. It's not like these people are hunting down hypocrites in general, or these people are hunting down people who are misrepresenting Christianity. These people are just trying to make a gain off of another man's downfall because they see a weakness and it's blood in the water. The reality is, just go ahead and tell me you hate Anton. Do you know how much I hate defending this nigga? But since the beginning, I've been defending this nigga. You want to know why? Because niggas is not attacking this nigga from anything that he can't defend or they can stand on. They're attacking him in the worst, lamest ways, all emotional based, that they have no real ground for. I don't need to see this nigga's downfall. I personally, as a personal constitution, I don't desire to see any black man fall unless he's harming the community. In my personal opinion, regardless of, I said, oh, he's not claiming the black community. He claims the black community all the time. He's a flip-flopper in that matter. you can say the same for me. Some days I love niggas, some days I hate them motherfuckers. It is what it is. It's a love-hate relationship with niggas. If you don't got a love-hate relationship with niggas, because you's the nigga that I love to hate. So at the end of the day, we understand the duality of how much love we got for niggas and how much hate. We hate the things that we hate about niggas, and we love the things we love about niggas. And only me to explain this to a motherfucker who wouldn't understand, which is people who outside the community, and I don't feel no need to explain to them. The niggas on the inside of the community understand that. The people who are inside of the community that are trying to say that shit are people who are being disingenuous and failing to admit this nigga rubbed you the wrong way. He's arrogant, he talks loud, he's unapologetic, he's always thinks he's right, he only plays in home field, so you can't really catch him off guard, and he only talks about the shit that he knows about, so it's hard to catch him and just say he's wrong about a lot of shit. And if you do, he don't give a fuck. So there's no way for you to squeeze his nuts, and he's generally probably gonna have a better financial situation than you got. So there's nothing that you can say you got to one up on him about. So at the end of the day, you can say, I'm cooler than him, this nigga's lame, this nigga's this nigga's that. Maybe it's true, but he don't seem to be bothered about it. So whatever you can throw at him, it ain't bothering him. It ain't nothing like hating a nigga and wanting to hurt a nigga and realizing that there's nothing you can do with or to that nigga. And the fact of the matter is this: when a motherfucker start talking this Christianity shit, right? They say, oh, well, he's a hypocrite, or he shouldn't embarrass his wife like that. He's bad for the community. He's bad for the image of Christianity. Let's say all that's true. You can say that about Martin Luther King. Was he bad for the community? The reality is that, depending on who you ask, maybe. But some people would say he hurt the community more by trying to integrate us than he ever did with the white women he was fucking with on the side on his loyal ass Coretta. We assume she was loyal. Maybe they had an agreement. I don't know. And if you want to say, oh, well, Rita's dumb for doing this, or Rita's under distress, or she's under financial hostage, whatever you want to say, it ain't your fucking business. You got your own fucking problem. This lady who's talking about whatever, where's your fucking man? Because if you had one, he'd tell you to shut the fuck up and mind your business. Bitch, make some content about something else. The reality is that there ain't no household, married or otherwise, where there's a man and a woman in it that don't got their own private problem. And the reality is that, oh, well, you put it all in front of us. Well, what I put in front of you is my content. If you looked at my background and seen my girl walk by and seen that she wasn't wearing any clothes, you don't got no real right to say, oh, what kind of nigga let this bitch walk around on stream, da-da-da-da-da-da. Or what kind of nigga don't comb his kid's hair? Nigga, this is not what I'm presenting to you. Now, the reality is that because I'm putting it on live stream and I'm living my life in front of the camera, there's going to be things that you may catch, hypocritical statements you may find, things that I may have to change my position on, personal things that may escape just because I didn't intend for them to, but people saw it and clicked and clipped it and kept it to use against me. But that's not what I'm selling. That's not what I'm advertising. This is not intentional content. That's you fishing for something to hurt me with. So if you say, oh, well, if I can see it, it's fair game. The police would say, hey, if it's in plain sight, nigga, it's subject to my search. Okay, let's say that's true. The reality is that the law of Moses, the question would be, how many wives is a man allowed? Does he have to go and get a contract from the courthouse to make her his wife? Nah, that ain't never what made a person a wife. You never had to go get a ceremony or a contract or anything like that. It says if you know a woman and lie with that woman, that makes her your wife. There's a bunch of niggas out here committing adultery that they fucking on a daily, a different bitch every day. The community's fucked up with or without Anton. So if you say, is this nigga a net positive or a net negative? I say he's hinging on neutral. But if you had to give it to him, he's a +1. He's not a +100. He's a +1. He's not taking away. Trust me, if niggas want to fuck up and fuck side bitches, they not getting inspired from Anton. That ain't where they getting the inspiration from. And if he says, oh, well, nigga, you know, I'm out here fucking bitches, you don't know what I'm doing. Niggas, oh, you been married, nigga, how? Either you cheating on your woman and publicly admitting that you committing adultery, or you lying. Which one is it? The reality is that maybe he got more than one woman. Maybe Rita is just the first one. Maybe he has an entire industry or network or harem of women that nobody knows about. It ain't they fucking business, and he ain't gotta expose it just to shut niggas up. Mika might be inside of that. She might not even have nothing to do with him sexually. She might absolutely respect whoever it is that she's with, and they just took a picture and she's comfortable. Anton got his wife the only person that matters, on the phone, and said, he didn't prompt her, he said, on live, how do you feel about Mika? I love Mika. I know a canned statement when I hear one. I know a genuine one. She said, I love Mika. She said, that's my girl. As a matter of fact, we got like the same birthday. Yeah, okay, phone represents. Like, wow, what's the problem? Why are you asking me about Mika? Nothing. You good. Ain't no problem. You know that. Hang up the phone. The reality is that if there was any problem, any animosity, there ain't a whole black woman in this world who can play it like that. You would hear it in her fucking voice. She wouldn't be able to hide it, even if she was trying to sell it. So the reality is that whether you love Martin Luther King and hate Anton, or you hate Martin Luther King, and love Anton, or you hate both of them, and you think they both fucking hypocrites, the fact of the matter is, just admit that you hate this motherfucker and just let it be at that. Don't motherfucking bring me Christianity. Don't bring me cheating. Don't bring me lame. Don't bring me pimp. Don't bring me fake. Don't bring me broke. Don't bring me nothing that you hate about this nigga. Just say you hate him so I can qualify the shit that you say afterwards. And then I will understand where your comments are coming from, because the reality is what he eat don't make me shit. So I don't give a fuck what he do in his bedroom or don't do. I don't give a fuck what image he trying to sell or not. Whether he trying to sell he a player or he actually is a player. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if his old lady don't like it or she do like it. It ain't my fucking business. I care about what my old lady say. And if she talking about with another person in their own bedroom, I'm gonna tell her, mind her fucking business. Or at the very least, I don't want to hear about nobody else's business. I damn sure don't want to argue about it. So at the end of the day, life is too short to be caught up in what the next motherfucker's doing, trying to pull the straw out the next motherfucker eye when you got a log in yours. He cheating, but you beat bitches. Corey paid for pussy. Facts. Proudly. Got a limit and say it publicly. And say, I ain't playing. To my understanding, he is a known cheat. Out of his own mouth. Ain't nobody had to explain that shit. The nigga, you was the last nigga to sell the message about, oh, nigga, I don't deal with niggas who bring bitches around, they can't explain. Nigga, are you kidding me? You are the worst nigga to make that statement, even if it's true. So at the end of the day, Anton may be whatever they say he is, so fucking be it. Let that nigga live, man. Let that nigga live. That's all I got.